Hi everyone, I am Farzana Mohammed, and you are listening to Conversation Over a Cup of Tea with me, Farzana, a real conversation that empowers you to live well, grow strong, and stay inspired. It's been a while since we last connected, and I'm so happy to be back with a warm cup of tea and a brand new series that I am really excited to bring for you. Today marks the beginning of a three-part podcast series with my very special guest, Purvajashree, an IPHM and KHDA certified holistic wellness expert. Welcome to the show, Purvaja. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming, and we really look forward to learn a lot from you today. Okay, so over the next three episodes, we will explore different aspects of holistic wellness from face reading and emotional healing to meditation, energy therapy, and everyday wellness practices you can actually incorporate into your everyday life. And today, starting with something fascinating, face reading, the art of, it's an ancient art actually. It's an ancient art of understanding personality, emotions, and hidden potential through facial features. So, welcome, Purvajashri. Can I call you Purvaja?
Yeah, you can also call me as Purva if
Or Purva. Thank
is
you
it
so
quite
much. It's such
challenging?
a long. So it will be nice to have a
Yeah.
short form of you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you here. So tell me, just one liner for all of us to know who you are. Where are you from? And of course, I'm going to ask you more questions about what we are going to talk about today. That is face reading. So just a brief on who Purvaja Shri is.
Okay. As you gave me a fantastic introduction about myself, so I'm an IPHM and KHDA certified wellness evangelist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to begin with, I'm basically a food technologist.
Oh, wow.
That's my core, I would say.
Okay.
And I did my master's in HR.
Okay.
And from 2019, I would say I started, doing the wellness trainings. And, first I started with undergoing the course for
Okay.
myself. And during COVID situation, I identified that it's like, many of them, they needed support.
Right.
Um, that's when, I turned myself to outside and in the sense like while healing others you also kind of heal yourself.
Yourself. So,
So
so
that's
truly said.
how
That's
yes, so
wonderful.
that's how
And
I started.
Purja, just for me to understand, you live in Dubai, you were living in India. Where are you from originally?
I'm from India.
Okay.
I'm from South India,
Okay.
a state called Tamil Nadu
Okay.
and a district called Coimbatore.
Okay.
Now I'm currently living in Dubai for the past 10 years, I would
Okay.
say.
So people who would like to come to you, and especially who are in Dubai and they will see our podcast and they want to get in touch with you, they know that you are in Dubai now, right? So
Absolutely.
that's thank you so much for this short intro because I think it's very important for people to understand who this expert is and how she can be of help if needed. So tell me one thing. When you see a face like mine, what do you notice first? What is that first thing that you notice?
See, whichever face it is, whether it's even my own face, I would look for the features because every feature that which differs.
Hmm.
That could be your forehead, for some people, if you just notice, the forehead would be square. For like, mine, it is, round shape.
Right,
For some people, it is just high.
right.
For some people, the eyebrows are very straight. For some people, it's just curvy.
True.
And for some people, it's very kind of, unique, small, beautiful eyes.
Correct.
For like,
So,
eyes like mine, one is small, another one is big.
so when
So,
when you meet someone, the first what I understood you would look at would be the forehead. I mean, if I want to ask you as an
Absolutely,
expert,
because
you just see the
forehead,
forehead first.
why is
Okay.
it
Okay.
why?
All right.
Because automatically, your eyes goes to your forehead, because that's where you can understand the
Yeah.
person's upper
So,
zone, called as thinking and analytical level.
so true.
And then this from the eyebrows to the bottom of your nose, that is until here, until your philtrum. That is the
Okay.
middle zone, wherein the person's materialistic ability
So yeah.
has been shown.
Okay.
And
We'll talk
from
about that.
philtrum.
We are going to talk about that in a bit because I
Absolutely.
think it's important for everyone who is watching us and hasn't ever heard about face reading, or they have heard about, but their face reading definition could be something which is not what you're going to tell us. So let's begin with
Absolutely.
that. What exactly is face reading, and how does it help us understand others better, if I may?
Okay. Face reading, as you said, it's an ancient art of science, wherein you can understand one's potential, one's emotion and personality by knowing their facial features. So one good thing about face reading is, like, you can understand that into a wide spectrum of one's face, wherein you can know their past, present, future, their career, their relationship, their health, everything,
Wow.
you would be able to understand through this facial feature. So,
Mm.
yes,
So for you as an expert, the face is like a roadmap to understand someone's personality without without needing any
not
Google.
only for a facial analyst like me, but even if you kind of, understand this face reading concept, I
Uh-huh.
think it's kind of, going to be um, a magic wand in your hand, wherein you
Understand.
can understand about yourself, you can understand about others in a better way, so that you will be able to adjust. At the same time, you will be able to kind of create a boundaries to yourself as well as for the others.
Well, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And one thing I did not know, you talked about face reading as a science. It's nothing to do with
Yes,
spirituality or any other, but it's actually a science which anyone can
absolutely.
learn and implement. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Good to know. Okay, so let's uh, say, are there certain fish you would I had to stop you because this is where I wanted everyone who is watching this episode would know exactly the facial features, how they help understand and how they reveal the personality traits or hidden strengths. So I would like you to, give us an idea. Like you just talked about shape of the forehead. You can actually tell us as an expert about their thinking style. So just give us a little brief on these facial features which you were telling us in the beginning in more details as to how they help you understand other person as an expert, and maybe how we as an individual can also benefit out of that.
Okay. So, as I was, touching about the forehead, and I was also talking about, the middle level, upper level zones.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are actually, three levels of zones when it comes to your facial features. So the upper
Okay.
zone, which is
Mm-hmm.
your forehead until your eyebrows,
Mm.
and then from there it comes your middle zone, which is materialistic, abundance, and things. And from here, it is basically your personality, or your emotional level, I would say.
The logo.
So. Um, when you just speak about one particular feature which I really love to talk about is, of course, forehead and eyes. So when it comes to forehead, like for example, the square shaped forehead, if you
Mm.
see, those people are kind of they are very loving and they are very caring, as well as, they get that kind of a love and abundance of, love from their family by it's like, naturally it's like flown to them. So that is one good thing about
Mm.
them. Yes.
Wow.
And also, when it comes to a round forehead, like, mine, I mean, you will not be able to really understand, but then, mine is, it's a round forehead.
Okay.
So round forehead people, like, they are so much of kind of, thinking. We all think a lot, and we just, process one step ahead. I mean, we take one step ahead. We don't, go for, multitasking things.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So it's like, one thing at a time. So that's how,
Mm.
we do it, or I do it.
Oh.
So that's how, there are, I would say, it's basically, as I said, it's an art of science wherein
Mm.
you can understand one's personality and you can use it along with your kind of, regular life, as well as you can use it in your professional life also.
Wow. So let's for the sake of audience, why don't you read one of my one of my feature and let's see whether what you're saying is right or not. Let's do it right live right here. So
I
what
have
do you
already done this with you, but still, yes, I can also, do this. Maybe I can, read your eyes, if
Yes,
that's
let's do that.
okay.
You have done, I
So,
know, for my viewers, for the audience, uh, the reason Purvaja is here with me today in my podcast is because when I met her for the first time, and she just started telling me something, oh my God, I'm like, wow, how do you know all this? And she goes, oh, it's a science which I read people's faces. So for you guys, yes, Purvaja, why don't you read my eyes?
okay, your eyes is something, it's a deep eyes, we used to say. So deep eyes people are very attention to detail people, I would say. They would look for even minute things. That is, a great feature for them, because when you are, especially, when you are into creativity, you need to look into, small details, that which is very important. And also these people, I mean, these people in the sense, like, you are
People
a
like me.
person wherein kind of, you are very good in admin job, creative job. But then when it comes to finance, I would say, like, it's little kind of.
Oh,
mm,
my husband will definitely agree to that. I'm not the finance person at all. But whatever you just said, I think, and I shouldn't be saying I think, I must say it is all so right. So I guess when you're saying face reading is a science, I can definitely watch for that for now. And I'm just thinking maybe next time when I'm meeting someone new, I will maybe now focus on that person's eyes rather than just their handshakes, because you know how people are teaching us handshake is so important, you know about the
Yeah,
person, but
that's a good thing, in fact.
yeah, but thank you so much for reading my eyes. Thank you for that. But there, I'm sure those who are watching us right now, they must be very curious that how can they learn face reading on their own, or is there a possibility of learning on their own? Or I do know that you are also doing courses where you are coaching people and to understand and learn this particular modality. So give us a brief on, if I want to learn on my own, what do I do? And this learning, this is something which I don't want to get deeper into this program or modality, is just to understand basic understanding on it. How do I learn that?
See, when someone wants to learn face reading, first thing which I would say is look into the facial features. That's the
Okay.
main thing. You need to, kind of start looking at the features, because we all know that, there is a male gender and there is a, female gender. Apart from that, we don't basically, look into others things, because when you start staring at others,
Mm.
automatically people will wonder, why is she doing this or why is he doing that? So you need to come out from that kind of boundaries, and you need to see that. That is the first thing. And the second thing is, I have kind of streamlined this into two parts. One is for individuals and corporates or leaders,
Oh,
for them to understand themselves and their subordinates, and for recruitment people. um, I just teach them only the basics of face reading, especially knowing their personality, their
oh wow.
features, their strength, and opportunities for growth, or growing.
Oh,
The second thing for individuals who wants to learn in detail, which is advanced level, I would say,
hmm.
wherein I combine the face reading along with the elemental energy alignment. So what is this elemental energy alignment? Is elements we all know about. There are five natural elements in this
Hmm.
universe,
Hmm.
which is air, space, water, earth, and sky. So
Okay.
leaving that sky, which is which is kind of I would say, uh, sky is not been considered. I would say there are four elements which is considered along with the face reading. Yeah, which is considered along with the face rating. So these four elements, water, air, and then fire, and then what is the fourth one? Earth. So
Okay.
these four elements are been considered along with the face rating, so that it's like it brings you the complete trait about the personality and the emotions. Also, it is quite easier for others to predict the future of the
Wow.
person.
So for that, we
And
need
what
to,
I do is
for that,
I combine. Yeah, please.
no. So I was like, so the person like myself who is not getting into uh the depth, it's just basic information. So you would say just look at those eyes or those features, right? So so I'm just thinking people who are watching now, after maybe after this podcast, I'm very sure a lot of people are going to now looking at other people. So it's just not no more entertainment. It's more of a research how that person is going to be like, right? So let's look at you talk.
Absolutely, because
Because I just feel that now I really want to see at the other person and look at the eyes. Now, how you have explained it. Now, look at the forehead. This person might be like this. So, this is very interesting. Uh, you talked about face reading, you talked about elements which you work with. But you also combine other modalities which you have expertise in, like meditation, Bach flower,
yeah, that's what
remedies,
I was trying to say.
and energy therapy. So when
Yeah,
you
that's where I was
okay,
trying
so
to
you
come
are,
to.
so please go ahead and give us a little brief on how
Yes.
does that work in your,
I'll just,
because
complete that.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
you
make
complete
your
that, and
job little
something
easier.
it's something I missed out, I think, in between, because when you started talking about you started with the facial features and then you talked about those elements. H-
Yes,
I think explain a little bit more on that, and I think that it would be
on that.
something to do with energy therapy, right? Or no?
Yes.
It
I
would be.
would just,
Oh, give me
yes,
tell us
about,
exactly how these
energy
things
therapy.
work in the
Okay, so these elements, for example, when you take a water element person, how do you know whether the person is water element? The face would be, the face would be completely round in shape, and that person would be
Mhm.
little bulkier. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm also, giving you a tip
Okay.
how to, identify a water element person. So
Okay.
this person is very good in communication and public speaking, and the person is basically, the person would be having the trait
Hmm.
to get into a career of sales, or public speaking, or teaching, training, coaching, all these things.
Nice. Okay.
So there are other elements also, wherein they have the traits wherein you can work on that particular kind of a career, and also their future. uh, uh, you know, when it is connected to the health and relationship and things. That is
Mm-hmm.
one thing. When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to the energy, these elements are also kind of, connected to your energy centers, which
Mm-hmm.
is located in your different parts of your body, I would say. So,
Okay.
what are these energy centers? They are
Mm.
called as chakras.
Rest. Yeah.
So chakras are like, that can be visible. They are visible through the Kirlian camera. That camera is also available. Maybe you could just,
Oh,
Google
so
it out
there
and see.
is a. Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
yeah, so this is not a myth, or this is not something, related to spiritual. This is
Okay.
completely which is related to your physical and mental health. So what is that is there are seven major chakras which are located on your body. So
Great.
that it starts from your root, which is located in your pelvic region.
Okay.
And then the second chakra is sacral, which is located in the just above your pelvic region, which is called as, your uterus or reproductive region.
Okay.
And the
So, all right.
third one is solar plexus,
Okay.
which is actually, located in your belly button.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth one is throat. I mean, sorry, heart, which is
Mm.
exactly
On the
onto your
heart.
heart. And the fifth one is throat.
Yes. Okay.
And the sixth one is third eye, which is here
Mm-hmm.
between your brows. And the seventh one is just few centimeters above your head. So that is called as crown chakra.
Okay.
So all these have, different colors. So I do also, teach them, color therapy. By, by understanding the colors, by visualizing the colors, you can also, balance these chakras. So what these chakras do is when your chakra is balanced, automatically your physical and your mental health will be
Okay.
obviously, balanced, and you will be
Mm.
able to connect within yourself. So I
Okay.
combine the face reading, personality, and then I go deep inside you. So you just, look into the outside you. I take you, to yourself, to inside you. So this is how
Okay.
I teach face reading.
Oh.
And other modalities like backflower, yes, it's because, like how a doctor, a conventional doctor, instead of, when you go for a fever, when
Mm-hmm.
paracetamol doesn't work, he immediately goes for some dolo or maybe, some injections and things. What
Mm.
I do is if something is not working, if something, if some remedy needs to be, fixed using,
Mm.
face reading, then
Mm.
automatically I combine, other techniques like, your backflower or maybe, other energy healing modalities and stuff. But then what with face reading, I just, teach only the face reading along with the elemental energy alignment.
Mm-hmm.
And backflower, I make it as a separate
So
course.
may I stop you here? What is backflower remedies? What is it? I've never heard of it.
Okay, backflower is, this was been found by one Dr. Edward Back
Okay.
in, I think, 1940s.
Oh.
So
Oh.
this has, 38 flower remedies. It is completely without any side effects, very, very harmless. It's just made up of flowers, and then along with the flower essence, you add some normal mineral water. And then, if you want to add some preservative, you add a glycerin. Glycerin is just, that is completely, it's a non-alcoholic one. It's very, very, I would say it's very harmless one.
Okay.
So these 38 remedies that works along with your, mental issues, and that which helps in mental health balance.
So these backflower remedies, they are to be ingested. They are not something which you're going to
Yes,
be
that
using
they need to be consumed.
consumed. So
So
it's
how
not
it needs to be
external.
consumed is through, minimum drops. Like it's 4 drops 4 times a day.
So that so
Even if you go
it
for,
needs
fifth drop or sixth drop also,
right.
nothing happens.
So it needs to be given by someone experts like yourself. Anybody wants to just take it on their
Absolutely.
own, would they know what to go for it? Or they just
No, no,
take
they
it?
wouldn't be knowing because, you need to have a backflower registered practitioner certificate.
Really?
So which I
Wow.
do have
So there are 38 different flowers. You take out the
remedies.
extract from the flowers in the form of, is it kind of an essential
Absolutely.
oil or no, not really?
No, it's just the flower itself. For
itself?
example,
Oh,
we consume olives, right?
right, right.
Before that olive, we have that, olive flower.
Oh,
So they they kind of, make using this olive flower.
mm,
So this olive is basically, it boosts, your energy level. So it's when you feel tired, so this olive is kind of, it boosts up your energy.
wow. So
Small
that's
example.
yeah, all individual flowers have got some properties which you as an expert use for those people who need, and
Absolutely.
this actually helps with the mental or both mental and physical well-being.
See, it depends. Like for example, someone who has a pain, okay, consider that, I have a pain. Maybe I might be having a very minute pain. Maybe that percentage might be kind of, 10 to 20%. But
Okay.
then if I just, think about that pain, if I have that fear of pain,
Mm,
automatically, I might exaggerate up to, 60, 70%.
yes.
So that fear of something, is something related to your mental health.
Mental health. Okay.
So this works with the mental health so that automatically you start feeling that, physically also, yes, I'm fit.
Okay. That's
Physically also, yes, I'm good.
wow. So it's
So
like
this is how it's
that
directly proportional, I would say.
that's amazing. So you're using all these in your therapies, in your practices, so that whoever is coming
Absolutely.
to you, not only for face reading, you for any kind of pains or any kind of mental stress, you are there to help them with all those modalities which you were talking about in your
Yes,
practice. Am I right?
absolutely.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Now, uh, one thing you just talked about, you said that your face reading can be applied in recruitments or in professional settings.
Exactly.
Now, I'm very inquisitive how just a face reading helps someone to get recruited, or those professionals who HR who are there who knows their CV, who knows everything, yet you think that a face reader uh, can really enhance their or help these HR to bring in the better recruit for their company. How does that really um, come into the action from you, from personally, like talking about you as an expert? How do you help them?
Um, See, recruitment agencies or HR people, they do a very wonderful job because I have done my MBA in HR, so
Oh,
I do know. Like it starts from getting the CV. First you need to kind of search, and then you need to collect the CV, and then you need to scrutinize, then you need to do the interviews, and then once again selecting uh, before that you need to negotiate the salary. It's a
correct.
tedious process, and after that also you need to bring them on board, you need to train them. It's a kind of yes, it is a very kind of for a person like me, it's a very passionate job, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's a tedious process
Mm-hmm.
for, whether it's recruitment agency or whether it's, your HR people.
Mm-hmm.
But this face reading, what it does, especially for recruitment, what
Mm-hmm.
I do is I do, kind of, sit with the panel members, and then I do observe their facial feature. So with that, of course, I wouldn't be asking any questions and things. I don't have any interaction with the candidate. Maybe even I can do it online. Sometimes, people, they give me a photo by just, sharing two, three photos that these are the candidates' photo, look into them. So I just, look into them, and then I just take a day or two time, and then I send them a report. What does that report has is their strength, their room for opportunities, I mean, their room for improvement, their opportunities, and their threats. It would
Mm-hmm.
be like, their strength could be that person could be very good in finance, but
Mm-hmm.
then that person will be in something else, maybe marketing. And then, the person, maybe he could be kind of, looking for recognition as, a kind of to stick into the company. Because many of them, what they do is they just, bring in, and then suddenly, within, 1 or 2 years, they just, vanish
Heard a lot
if
about
they
that.
get a kind of a better opportunity.
Yes.
Or maybe they might be, kind of not setting with a with your job role.
Well,
So this
okay.
the organization will be able to understand whether this person will be culturally able to fit into the organization, and whether he's a kind of, a team builder, and whether he'll be able to get along with the team, whether he'll be able to kind of, cope up with his skills and talents. And
Mm.
then what is his, new skill, what in which area he can be, explored, and how you will be able to, retain this person, whether through recognition or reward or through, monetary benefit. Everything will be, just given. Yes, there is also one more method called psychometric method,
Mm-hmm.
but this is kind of, the person has to open up completely. Until and unless the person opens up, you will not be able to completely get about the person's psychological view.
Okay.
But face reading, this facial features doesn't change. So the accuracy doesn't vary until and unless, you go for some kind of a um, what is that, plastic surgery. There wouldn't be any change in your feature, right?
Right.
So whatever the personality, whatever their traits are, it doesn't change.
So if I
And
may,
secondly,
yeah, in just uh, this is coming in my mind. So I think so. When you
yeah, yeah,
talked
please.
about facial features, I think age also is a very powerful, you know, timeline where it changes with the time. For
Yeah,
example,
absolutely.
10 years back, I did not have all these wrinkles. Now it has wrinkles.
Yes, that
How would
also,
you?
I'm not saying it doesn't change. For
Mm,
example, I said, in my previous, just few minutes back, I told about, it will be easy for you to predict the future. Future in the sense not after, 20 years. It is just,
mm,
near the future. Even
okay.
with the companies also, they might be a career, they might be, looking for, 5 to 10 years of, of their lifespan. Even in interviews, they used to say, they used to ask, how do you look yourself after 5 years?
Mm,
So they don't ask after, 20 years or maybe after 50 years.
right.
So yes, the facial feature, it do change,
They,
but then your personality also kind of, it can be modified, but the
yes.
basic trait will never change. So
Oh,
that is what I'm trying to, explain.
good to know. Good.
And for leaders also,
Mm-hmm.
it is quite, by understanding the others, your subordinates, facial feature, their personality and their emotion, it would be quite helpful for them for mentoring, coaching, and then, bringing up their subordinates.
Absolutely. I'm just saying that it's such a powerful tool you have, understanding people beyond words, I would say. And for
Absolutely.
those who are watching, if any of you are interested in learning more or collaborating, I'll share all Purvaja's details in the comment section so that you guys can, if needed, you can get in touch with her. And I am just saying this, Purvaja. On if any individual would like to get in touch with you as well, can actually do that, right? Because I would like others to get hold of you and understand themselves and understand their people whom they are going. There's so many people, there's so many things happening today. A lot of people are getting into businesses, and I think this tool can really help them reach out to their goals easily. At least, if not easily, at least they can
Absolutely.
sort of believe in that, right? Okay. So
Absolutely.
I know we are coming to a close, but I would like to ask you something and a small giveaway for all the audience today. How can they apply? You can just give us one tool or a takeaway from your podcast today. Uh, what can they do to apply in their daily life through face reading? Is there anything you want to share with us and tell us? I know you talked about my eyes. We did that, but anything you feel that this would be something really helpful for any individual who is watching this.
For individual, I would say that yes, as face reading itself is, understanding one's personality traits and emotions. So looking into their eyes is like, you are connecting directly with their soul, and you will be able to gain the other person's confidence, and that other person will also be able to, gain a confidence from you, and you will be able to, kind of, build that rapport very soon. But for recruitments and, for corporates, I would say,
Mm.
look into their forehead,
Okay.
because, that is where this is upper zone, as I already said, that which is connected to their analytical thinking ability. So know their, facial features well, so that you will be able to even even you will be able to kind of connect with that person, and then whether you want to have a kind of a relationship, whether you want to hire that person, or whether you want to communicate with that person. I would say face reading is a wonderful tool which can kind of create boundaries, at the same time open a kind of a golden gateway for you to really, understand the other personality.
Exactly. What I'm thinking right now is that the eyes, the way you have explained, they are the quickest window to emotions. And I'm very sure next
Absolutely.
time I'm going to stare at the other person's eye much more deeper. But no, no, I will not do that. But
That's actually very, see, many of them, they used to say, look into others' eyes and talk. It's
yeah.
because to get that kind of a connection,
Mm,
whether whatever you can talk, but then when you start looking into the eyes of the other person, automatically you get connected to the other person. And even for recruiters, if they start looking at the person's forehead, then they'll
mm.
be understanding whether that person
You should
is,
let.
analytical, creative,
Yeah.
or a kind of family oriented, everything, they'll be kind of getting some kind of an understanding about that person.
Yeah. But I would say for individual, I'm okay, but let the recruiters come back to you because I think you can give them a better analysis rather than they analyzing the person themselves, isn't it? Is my thinking. Yeah. But I think we are coming to the end of our
Of
podcast
course, I do also
part
teach
one.
because
Yeah. If exactly, yeah, that's what I was going to let everyone know that. But I want to thank you first for sharing all your incredible insights. You know, it's
thank you so
so
much
true
for
that
this opportunity.
no, it's an amazing, and I just say see that our faces are more than just expression, and they reflect who we are and how we feel. So I'm just so glad that you were here. And to those who were listening to this podcast, this was just episode one of our three-part series here on Conversation Over a Cup of Tea with me, Farzana. So, in the next episode, we will explore more emotional healing, energy therapy, meditation, and practical holistic tips to bring balance into your everyday life. And I would like you to connect with Purvaja uh, uh, if you want to book a session or you learn to know more about her corporate and personal programs. All those informations are going to be in the comment section below. And thank you very much for joining me over a cup of tea. Until we meet next time, stay inspired and keep empowering your journey. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.